What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today I want to talk about how the latest New York Jets loss may have just sealed Aaron Rodgers' future, or lack thereof, with the New York Jets. So there were reports last week that Aaron Rodgers wants to come back and that the Jets want him back. But before this game against the Indianapolis Colts, you had Connor Hughes, who covers the Jets and Giants for SNY, have a report saying that Aaron Rodgers' future with the team could come down to continuity and stability. It's a little bit of a longer clip, but I think it's necessary to play a good chunk of it in this video to give you the full context of what I'm going to get into.
Yeah, Steve, Aaron Rodgers said earlier this week that he thinks he wants to play in 2025, and that is absolutely the case right now. Yes, the Jets are 3-7. They have a less than 15% chance of making the postseason. But Rodgers is hell-bent in his conviction that the Jets can and will go on a run. And if they reach the playoffs, why would he hang it up? He's long said that he wanted to give this team 2 full, healthy years. But in all likelihood, that is not going to happen. The Jets are going to miss the playoffs, and that would bring forth wholesale changes within the organization. And from my understanding, continuity and stability are the 2 main deciding factors on whether or not Rodgers returns to the Jets in 2025, which makes some sense. You know, when Rodgers first arrived with the Jets, he came here in large part because Nathaniel Hackett was here. He didn't want a new offense. He wanted one that he was familiar with. He brought with him a handful of his former teammates from Green Bay because he believed he needed those players to have success on the field. A new general manager means a new viewpoint on the roster. A new coach means a new offensive scheme. At 41 years old, it is highly unlikely that Rodgers signs up for that. It's also believed that the Jets would want a completely new outlook on the team as well. That's a new general manager, new head coach, and yes, new quarterback. Now, the one caveat in all of this is Christopher Johnson. He's believed to be the one that is going to take over day-to-day operation of the Jets if Woody Johnson receives an ambassador position within the Trump administration. Johnson and Rodgers have a tremendous relationship. There is a chance that they can figure something out where Rodgers, no matter what, returns in 2025. But in all likelihood, what the Jets do at GM and head coach, that will dictate also what they do at quarterback with Rodgers.
Essentially, the clip is alluding to that Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to be a part of a whole lot of changes. He wants something that has, continuity and stability. He was a little apprehensive, a little might be tough. He was apprehensive about change in Green Bay. Now, I thought wholesale changes should have been coming regardless because I think they need a new GM, coach, direction. But that loss really secures things, right? Like, there's no more dream of running the table and making the playoffs here. That is long, long gone. So I think the next logical choice is changes. I mean, Joe Douglas, there was rumors over the weekend that Joe Douglas already has a job lined up with the Baltimore Ravens to go back and, do something there, do something in the front office, whatever that may be. He's been updating his LinkedIn page since they fired Robert Saleh, going over him. He feels checked out, quiet quit. This whole team basically quiet quit this year. It's so annoying and so frustrating. But honestly, if Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to be a part of that turnaround, then good. You're better off just getting out of this contract now. That's what I did. I did a video on this literally a week ago. And there were still some people who were like, no, they got to go forward with Aaron Rodgers after an abysmal loss to Arizona. And then another abysmal loss, this time to the Colts. It was a closer game, but they didn't get a first down until the final 2 minutes of the first half. Aaron Rodgers was missing wide open players. He was taking sacks when he didn't need to. He can't move. He's afraid to throw an interception. Everything is underneath. It's not watching the same guy, or even like, he's so much a shell of his former self. I'm trying to think of how to word this because I was never expecting Aaron Rodgers to come in and be the former MVP type of player. But I thought he could be a 10th, the 10th to 15th best quarterback in the league. And he's probably like the 22nd best quarterback in the NFL. And he can't move around that well. And also on top of that, his attitude sucks. He is just so unbelievably down and in the dumps on the field. You want to talk about energy and this mindset, but when you get on the football field, you can't just like throw your hands up and do the Jim Halpert stare into the camera every time something goes wrong. I don't know if that's good. I don't know if this is good for this team to have that for yet another year. Look at these results. People are making thousands every month betting on sports completely risk-free. The secret, they're using OddsJam. OddsJam isn't just another betting app on the market. It's turning the entire system in your favor. Here's how. OddsJam uses arbitrage betting. They find odds differences across sports books. You bet both sides, and no matter the outcome, you will profit. Here's a good example. If you bet 500 on Boise State in this example to win on FanDuel and 335 on the opponent San Francisco on DraftKings, you're guaranteed, no matter who wins, to make $50. It's that simple. With OddsJam's mobile app, you'll get real-time alerts on these opportunities every day. People are making thousands monthly, and to get you started, use code O'Leary for 35% off and a 7-day free trial. I'll guarantee that you profit during the trial, but if you don't, for whatever reason, cancel with one click, no questions asked. Don't leave money on the table. Go to oddsjam.com, use code O'Leary, and start making money the smart way. Didn't want to learn a new offense with LaFleur in Green Bay. That's why they got Nathaniel Hackett and Alan Lazard and Randall Cobb. And it did not work for this team. And it unfortunately did not work. They are 3-8. It's over. It stinks. I'm upset that it didn't work out. It all stems back to missing on the quarterback in 2021, unfortunately. They tried to get bold. They saw success for that Tom Brady had and Matthew Stafford and Peyton Manning and Joe Montana with the Chiefs. We're going way back now, but there's been numerous examples of quarterbacks going to, at the end of their career, going to different teams and having success there. The Jets try to jump on that bandwagon with a talented young defense and some nice core pieces on offense who are young, and it blew up in their face. The defensive line got significantly worse. They're injured on the defensive side of the ball. Their all-pro corner regressed in year 3. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong for this team. I think even the most pessimistic of Jet fans could not have seen a 3-8 start to the 2024 season. It's really bad, guys. It's not a good thing. Although I do have one fear, and it's that Christopher Johnson does something dumb again. This is the guy who hired Adam Gase because of a phone call from Peyton Manning. He said that he's coaching, Adam Gase is coaching to where football is going. There's a chance that he runs it back with Aaron Rodgers and that they push the chips into the table and do it again with a new coach, with whatever, right? Whether it's a new coach, a new GM, like, are we really to believe that they're going to go Joe Douglas, Jeff Ulbrich, and Aaron Rodgers again next year? Is that really something that we're going to do here? God help us all if that is the case. But Christopher Johnson and Aaron Rodgers have a great relationship. Aaron Rodgers has said that he thinks Christopher Johnson is going to be a lifelong friend. And I'm sure the Johnson family is in awe, both Christopher and Woody, with Aaron Rodgers and what it means to have him be the quarterback of their franchise. I am asking, I'm begging, I'm pleading with the New York Jets to not fall for it. I think that is only just going to prolong the inevitable and kick the can down the road another year before they can get this thing going in the right direction. But they need a reset. They need a new GM, a new voice, a new head of football operations. They need to fumigate that place, get the stink out, pull up the carpets, gut the whole thing. That's with the staff. I'm not saying with the roster. You got to have some roster turnover as well. But there's some young players here that you could build around and have a nice infrastructure for. But they got to get some stink out of that building. And there is some serious stink in that building. Guys, let me know your thoughts. I'm Matt O'Leary. Subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you next time.